There was once a small, quiet town with just a few people living in it. One day, a powerful and well equipped army with sophisticated weapons surrounded this town, threatening to take it over. The entire townsfolk panicked because they neither had the resources nor strength to fight back. But in that town, there was a poor man, someone who people don't pay much attention to. He's not a leader, he's not wealthy, he's not famous. However, he's wise. This wise man eventually had to come up with a brilliant plan to outsmart the invading army. And to the city's surprise, his plan worked. The town was saved. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief and everyone was happy. But as days went by, something strange happened. People suddenly forgot about this poor man. They forgot him, they forgot his wisdom and how his wisdom saved the city. The town just went back to honoring those with wealth and power, ignoring this quiet brilliance that has rescued them just a few days ago. An interesting story, right? If you listened carefully and observed the play of that story, there's one important lesson. And that lesson is that wisdom will always outsmart strength. But a poor man's wisdom will always be overlooked, always be discarded, always be forgotten. And this brings us to the theme of today's episode, the capital three. Now, just like the story of this poor wise man, there are three critical resources or capitals, like I call them, that everyone must possess. Three capital resources that you must have. This capital usually define and determine how far we go in life, how much impact we're able to make, and even how we are remembered for what we do and what we're able to make happen in the lives of people around us. Now, what are these three capitals? From the story, you can clearly see three major resources, three capital resources. The number one is the resource of wisdom. Number two is the resource of wealth. Number three is the resource of strength. We all know the saying that time is the great equalizer. Time is that universal resource that we all have equal. We all have 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. No special distribution to anybody. Whether you're a billionaire or you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're a student, we all have equal amount of time. But here's the thing. How much we make of this time that we have is not determined by time itself. It's determined by how we use the resources, these three capital resources, these three major resources, the resource of wisdom, the resource of wealth, and the resource of strength within the time frame that we have. Now, let me break this down. Talking of wisdom, wisdom is beyond just knowledge or ability to just make good decisions. Wisdom goes into how you effectively use your time, how you effectively make informed decisions, allocate resources such that you come up with the optimum outcome. So if you have wisdom, you are able to avoid pitfalls. You are able to prioritize the most valuable tasks at a particular point in time. Wisdom teaches you to recognize opportunities, to act with a superior level of prudence. And by that, you can see how wisdom as a resource determines how much you will make of time. Same thing with wealth. It determines how much you can do in time, how much you can achieve. It sets the boundaries, it sets the limitations of what you can do in time. When you have wealth, you can delegate, you can outsource, you can leverage opportunities, you can take advantage of opportunities because you have financial resource. you have wealth. Talk about strength. Strength here is more about the quality and quantity of people that are around you. This includes your network, your team, your customers, your staff strength, your followers, your supporters. Strength is the people that can help you get things done, the people who trust you, the people who work with you to amplify your effort. Strength here expands your capacity to get more done. And the more people you have on your side, either as clients, partners, your team, your staff, the more you can accomplish in time. So strength allows you to delegate. It allows you to collaborate. It allows you to grow beyond your own individual capacity just as a singular entity. But when you lack strength as a resource, you may find yourself just doing everything alone, stretching yourself thin, and getting the barest minimum done. Now you see how these three capital resources, these three major resources, determine what we do with time. It explains why some get more done with time and others just barely get something done within the same amount of time distribution. So let's put this together. So if time is that one thing that we all have equally, and how much we make of time depends on how we manage and use these three capital resources, the resource of wisdom, wealth, and strength. It means if we want to maximize our impact, our time will be most effective when we know how to not just manage, but leverage these three resources. When you have wisdom, you can make better use of your time. When you have wealth, you can scale impact and free up more time. When you have strength, you can multiply efforts, you can accelerate progress and how fast you get things done. Now think about this. What happens if you are lacking in one of these resources? How does that affect how much you can do in time? How does that affect how much impact you can make? In the next episode, I'm going to take a deeper dive and show you some things, particularly how these resources are interconnected, how you can put them together, how you can pitch these three resources together to unlock more progress, to unlock more productivity, or how your ignorance in this area can actually limit your progress and limit how much you would get done. But until then, please take your time to listen. You can share this with somebody. Follow the Luminary Podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, on AudioMac, on Apple Podcasts. I want to hear your comments. I want to know what you think about this episode. All right. So see you on the next one. Take charge.